Matt Woods here with your 104.5 The Team Sports Center update. The New York Yankees, sitting 2.5 games back, are off tonight. They will have another game tomorrow night. They will play the Cincinnati Reds. Meanwhile, the Mets will head to San Diego tonight to take on the Padres. It'll be Jacob deGrom going up against Clayton Richard. First pitch at Petco Park is scheduled for 10:10. In the NBA, reports around the league are indicating that the Oklahoma City Thunder are showing interest in Knicks forward Carmelo Anthony. Interesting note to point out here is that Troy Weaver, the man who recruited Melo to Syracuse, works for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Maybe deja vu all over again for the Knicks there and Carmelo. Also, former Knicks point guard Derrick Rose is reportedly in talks to join the Cavaliers. He's finalizing a one-year deal with the team currently. And locally, we've got a local team headed to the World Series. That's right, the Spring Renegades of Troy are headed to the Cal Ripken World Series in Branson, Missouri. The Renegades are 40-3 on the season as they get set to represent the Mid-Atlantic region in the Cal Ripken World Series. Right now, it's Monday Mirages with Levack Goz on 104.5 The Team.
Ah, yes, Monday Mirages, which means Goz has been paying close attention to the world of sports all weekend, and some of the things just don't quite add up for him. So we're going to get together and figure out whether they are real, meaning it's going to happen again, get used to it, or mirage, that was crazy and don't expect to ever see it again.
Real or mirage, the slump talk is over for Aaron Judge.
Oh, mirage. That's a mirage. That's a mirage. The slump is over, but the talk will not end. Red Sox fans are loving this because, you can actually pull on Superman's cape right now. It's allowed. So the slump talk will continue until he gets his average back up to like 325 or so, which is going to be very difficult to do at this point in the season. But, yeah, no. So it's going to continue.
I want to say it's real because of how far he hit the baseball, and you think, I'm in a slump, watch what I can do. You want to see how productive I can still be? I did it against Seattle, a team fighting for an American League wild card. But it's going to get sloppy. It is mirage, you're right, because let's say he has a good 3-game stretch here. Then he struggles again. Right. Oh, you know what? He's still slumped from the All-Star break. Oh, he had a good 2 series.
Unless he hits like 50-plus home runs.
Right.
That's the only way he'll go away.
The slump is definitely over. Judge is going to bounce back with this constant talk. This may not end until next April. People are going to crunch the numbers about what the home run derby really does. Real or mirage, Kyrie Irving will be a Cleveland Cavalier at the start of this year's NBA regular season.
I'm going to say mirage. I just get the feeling that even the front office there is tired of the nonsense. And let's be perfectly honest, there's only one person who can make the exit of Kyrie real, and that's LeBron. So you're calling out LeBron in public. LeBron's not going to tolerate that, especially if moving you could bring one of his favorites to the team. If moving you could bring him Melo and maybe a Herman Gomez, maybe whatever it is. Maybe it's a 3-4-man team trade. Who knows? Mm-hmm. But I can get a guy who I work well with who, I just read something the other day where they believe if he ends up on the Cavs, Melo will be Team USA Melo, not Knicks Melo. Irving not a Cav.
I'm going to go with real because Cleveland understands how good they can be. Because remember, if Kyrie moves, you may be telling LeBron, hey, we dealt Kyrie. Sorry, man. And LeBron thinks, we need Kyrie. I need somebody else here. LeBron knows he can be a really good player. He's taken teams like the 07 Cavaliers basically by himself to the NBA Finals, but he knows what Golden State has. He knows what Minnesota added. He knows what other teams, San Antonio, have been like before, and Boston goes out and gets Gordon Hayward. By trading Kyrie, you may be done with LeBron in Cleveland. Some would say this. I know this answer is wrong, but I've seen it out there. Some could point and say LeBron's the one who has 1 year left on his deal. Do you ever even consider? My answer is no, and I don't even like asking. Do you ever even consider trading LeBron James with 1 year left if you think he's going to leave?
Well, he's already said he's not going to waive his no-trade clause.
He has, that's true.
He's one of the few people that can do that. Let's walk this through. What's a good trade for LeBron James?
I've never had to think about that.
Right?
Why? There's nobody ever that's... Think about this. The last 25 years, Michael Jordan was a Bull for a long time, then a Wizard. There's nobody that I can think of who went from team to team. So Cavaliers, Heat, Cavaliers. And because of him, the franchise turned. A-Rod won a championship with the Yankees, but he didn't win multiple championships with the Yankees. Somebody in football, maybe Peyton Manning. He helped the Broncos get a Super Bowl.
He had that neck injury where everybody thought he was possibly done.
Right, he wasn't even.
Well, and don't forget, you're talking about $35 million too. Like you got to be able to clear up that kind of cash. So I don't know the starting five for the 76ers for LeBron.
Right?
Is that it?
Or multiple draft picks? I would never trade LeBron. I'm just tossing it out there because people would say in other sports, a superstar in a one-year deal who you may lose to free agency, you would consider trading.
Not LeBron. He's different.
Never.
Because anytime he's there, as long as he's on your team, you're going to win the Eastern Conference.
And people besides Kyrie Irving want to play there because of him, because he makes his teammates around him better. Real Mirage, Derrick Rose will be a New York Knick at the start of the NBA regular season.
Mirage, he's going to Cleveland.
Okay.
They're almost done with that one-year deal, I think, from what I'm hearing. So he's a Cleveland Cav. Plus, bringing him in sends such a negative message to what you told the fans. We're going to get younger. We're going to be this. We're going to be that. We're not going to take guys who vanish for a day. So no D Rose in New York.
What comes first now, the chicken or the egg, basically? Does Derrick Rose sign with Cleveland before Kyrie gets dealt? Or do they say, you know what, we're going to keep Kyrie. Derrick, sorry, man, you're going to hang out here until we deal him. I would think Kyrie would get dealt before Derrick Rose signed with Cleveland, or else.
I just think I think the D Rose deal is easy. I think that's just a matter of coming to a number everybody accepts and being done with it. So I think that's Rose happens first.
Ntilikina, starting point guard, day one in the NBA possibly. The guy goes from being a 9-year-old French to welcome to New York City, Rook.
I mean,
that's what the spot they're in. They have to do it.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. You know what I mean? Like you already told me this isn't the year. It's almost like the Yankees this season. They weren't supposed to be, whatever we got was going to be a bonus, and now they're way over the top. If the Yankees came out there and just played all the youngsters and they played really well, but they still were like a 500 team, everybody would be like, oh man, next year. Say Ntilikina comes out, stinks for 20 games, and all of a sudden catches fire and looks great for the rest of the season, even if they don't make the playoffs. All right, I know I've got two young stars now.
He's improving. He's getting better. You're right. Real or Mirage, Jordan Spieth was Tiger Woods like this past weekend?
I guess that's real, simply because he didn't melt down when he could have. I hate invoking Tiger. You know what I mean? But it was pretty amazing. He put himself in a position where anybody else would have quit. Anybody else would have just put their head down and be like, oh, I guess I can't do it. Like they're literally showing the replay of it right now where he's standing on that grass hill trying to figure out what he's going to do next.
In the middle of the crowd.
Yeah. And the caddies are like pushing people down the hill and whatever. I'll go real, but begrudgingly.
If he was 33, I wouldn't ask. I'd say, you know what, he just played really well in this major. He was really good. He's 23. He's going to be 24 in the PGA. If you compare his stats, we're talking wins in majors, with the Golden Bear, Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods, Spieth's stats are right there. He's almost completed a career Grand Slam. If he wins the PGA Championship, he did. He did it when he was 24.
He's tied with Rory as the favorite right now. They're both 8-1 to win it all.
Man, some of these putts he put down, you touched on the collapse that he avoided, even though he has done it twice in his career at the Masters before and St. Andrews. Also, he takes a real long time. There was one shot he took close to 20 minutes to take. When Tiger would have bad shots, Tiger was famous. You can look it up on YouTube. The meltdowns he would have, the yelling and screaming. He'd start yelling at himself.
Come on, Tiger.
Right. He was Tiger-like, though, when it came to some of the big shots he hit. Two more for you here. Real or Mirage, Levack, you will be in a movie theater to watch Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk.
Mirage.
What?
You know what? I know you're big on it. I know that. Here's the blessing and the curse of having a 13-year-old. The blessing is you've got somebody who's super excited to go to the movies with you almost every time you want to go to the movies. And you know that's difficult. Like your girlfriends, your whatever, boyfriends, whatever it is. Hey, let's go to the movies. And I was kind of hoping to sit on the couch today. I say let's go to the movies. She's like, well, we see it. Let's go. But if I said Dunkirk, she'd be like, nah, it's cool. I'm going to sit on the couch today. So next time I'm in a movie theater, it'll probably be like Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, you were into that trailer.
That trailer is awesome.
That trailer is awesome. I saw Dunkirk over the weekend. I'm a huge Christopher Nolan fan, from The Dark Knight to Memento to Inception. That movie's not what I expected it to be. It is like they just dropped you in the battle. Not a lot of dialogue, not a lot of character development. You're not going to get, like, hey, what's that guy's name again? You probably won't remember any of the characters' names. You'll know, like, hey, that's Harry Styles, that's Tom Hardy. That's how you're going to be identifying the characters.
Tom Hardy, I might be able to sell my daughter on going. She love her some Tom Hardy.
Yeah, they're only showing, like, his head, though. They're not doing the full body shots of Tom Hardy.
No, she don't care.
You don't even remember it's Tom Hardy during the movie.
No, that's not going to work.
He's got more stuff on his face than when he played Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. It's really... I'm going to say it's really good for most people. There's definitely a part that some would not like at all. But
there's gore, is what you're saying.
Yeah, there's a little bit, but it's good. The critics go nuts.
Real.
They think it's the greatest movie of all time.
I definitely want to see it now because you said that, but...
I just tossed in a bonus one. Real or Mirage? I had no idea this even existed. So I know my answer here is Mirage. Did you know there's a thing called layered popcorn? Did you know about this like tactic with popcorn at the movies? You guys hear about that? You know what layered is?
So, all right, so you get some popcorn, you put the butter in, you put more popcorn, put more butter in. More yeah.
That's a
smart.
thing.
Yeah, you got to know how to ask for it. I didn't know it was called layered. I literally go, just put the butter in, then put the popcorn in, put the butter in, then butter, you know.
Oh, man. I found that out this past weekend. I'm telling you what, I'm never getting popcorn the same way again. You got to go layered every time. Who goes to the movies and not gets butter on their popcorn? I mean, it's the most un-American thing ever.
I literally, I'll look at him and I'll be like, I point to my chest, my heart, and I'm like, if this is still going after I finish that bucket of popcorn, you failed. you put all the butter in there. I don't, just put 3 kernels of popcorn in a bucket of butter.
That's it, man. You got to do it. I'm sitting there with my dad. He's like, you're gonna be terrible if you keep getting the layered popcorn. I go, I'm going to be American if I keep getting the layered popcorn, okay? I'm watching Dunkirk.
I wish you could see Goz's face. Like, I've never seen you so, like, just like, ready to go. Like, I'm right. this is the way you're supposed to. Well, I mean, look, a bucket of popcorn is over 1,000 calories.
I didn't have a whole bucket.
No,
let's rephrase that.
I'm not doing that to shame you. I'm just saying, once you're in for a snack that's over 1,000 calories, go all in. Don't be ashamed anymore. I'll slap my kid's hand away from the popcorn bucket. I'm not proud.
Speaking about calories.
When we get in line and I say, do you want popcorn? And she says no, and then she goes for the popcorn, she's grounded.
Did you see there's a new one? I think it's at, I'll say this. Is it the Carl Skates Ball where, like, you can get the candy, whatever candy you want out of this machine now, where, like, you just start hitting these buttons and candy starts popping out. It's like Willy Wonka over there. Oh, yeah, dude. Movies are a game changer now.
I feel like Goz is like Planet of the Apes every once in a while with technology, just like...
Last one here, Real or Mirage. I am off until August after today's show. I will get at least one call while I'm on the beach from somebody at our station. Real or Mirage.
That's so real that you've underestimated how real it is. And most of it will just be me complaining about Woods. Just telling you how much Woods is driving me nuts.
Now, you know, and especially with our staff, our producers, I'm going to do my best to keep my phone on, but I'm going to be so deep into the alcohol and fantasy football that I'm probably going to give you guys terrible advice.
You got insurance on your phone?
I don't have a case, but
no, I'm saying, like, you got insurance?
Yeah, there's insurance on here.
You know what you do? The second you leave here today, you bash it with a hammer. You bash that phone with a hammer, and you put in a replacement request for 5 minutes after you get back. If you answer that phone this week, you're a fool, sir. Because you know when I'm on vacation, y'all see you ring from you, I'll text you. Is this about work? And then I'll say,
what's wrong? Or does this work?
Right. And if you say it's not about work, I will call you right back. But if it's about work and I'm on vacation, it better be a straight up something better be on fire. That's all I'm saying. Hammer as soon as hammer time.
I need this. I'll get lost on the beach if I don't have it. You know that. All
right. Well, then pretend you broke it.
Okay.
Block all the work numbers and block my number. Block.
It's got to be like that scene.
Be like traffic guy Vinny with a report on it's blocked. My phone is blocked.
It's going to be like that scene in The Hangover when Bradley Cooper's leaving the school on a Friday. I don't know who you are. You do not exist.
Yes. Trust me, you'll feel so much. You've worked hard. You deserve. Your picture's not even on the dang poster here at O'Toole's. Take some time.
I'll leave now then, if that's the case.
Just Levack Goz live room O'Toole's. We'll tell you a little bit about the renovations here at O'Toole's in Colony. And who's that in first place in the wild card? Looks familiar. Next.